What's up, guys? Joe here again. I just picked up this '93 Ford Ranger for like 400 bucks off of Facebook Marketplace, and plugs are bad. So I'm gonna go over with you guys how to swap them out real quick. So before we get started, of course, we're gonna need a couple of basic tools. We got our two screwdrivers here, Phillips and standard. Those are gonna be for the airflow pieces to get those out of the way to get to some of the other spark plugs. Also, we need, of course, socket wrench. We got a couple of different extensions here for those hard to reach places, and today with this particular vehicle we're using a 3/8 socket. Mine doesn't have the rubber insert in it, but if you got a magnet laying around, it's going to be just as good to get those spark plugs out. So this is kind of a weird motor. It is a 4-cylinder, but as I'll show you, there's actually 8 spark plugs, and from my understanding, the other 4 on the passenger side is to it's for emissions to help burn off some of the excess fuel or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyway, so on the driver's side here are 4 spark plugs. I'm going to try and show you as best as I can. There's gonna be one right down there. Right down there. I got my finger in the way. You can see it right down there. And we got our second one there. And then our third one is gonna be right in between. You can actually see it right there. So you got a nice straight shot right there. And then this back one, get some light on it. The back one's gonna be way back here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It can be right down there. There's the wire that goes down to it. So for our first plug, all we're going to do is, as much as you can, just grab the plug itself. These can be stuck on there really tight. These ones aren't too bad. I've already had them off once before. I have all our extensions here. And this one you got to kind of slide through this part here. Get around this. It actually be easier. Like that, we're going to slide this bad boy right onto there. Pop that guy out. There we go. Spark plug. Just like that. That one's looking a little, I don't know if I'm in the right angle. It's a little rough, to say the least. So now, the second one. I'm just going to go ahead and pull off our second plug here. Down there, same kind of deal. And I've already switched them all, so I'm just going to show you guys how to access them. This one, of course, your long extension is going to be right down this way, and you should be able to see it. Just going to tag this guy, and again, it may be easier to use just maybe one extension just to get it on there. Get it set. So we're going to pop that guy right there, so we're set. And then we're going to come through, do some a little bit of finagling right through here. And right there, you're going to hook that up, and that's going to pop you right through where you need to be. Once you get that one out, put this guy back on. And I like to listen for that click. That way you know you've got it on. You have to wiggle around a little bit. There it is, right there. So this is where it gets kind of dicey. So as you can see, it'll be right down in this area. I don't know if I can get a good zoom on that. Yeah. It's going to be right down in between the intake runners here. So, same kind of deal. This one's tricky to get off. But there it is. Pop that guy. Same kind of deal. I'm going to get my big head here in the way. And this one, once you get the cap off, it's kind of a straight shot. Straight down in there. And right there, we're locked in. Put our socket wrench on there, bust that baby out. And then, again, with the plug wire back on. Listen for that click. This one can be kind of tough. There we are. There it is. And for our final one, it's going to be right in that area. So, I wish I could show you guys. There we go. Pop that guy off. And I'll show you the general location. I can't get too close. As you guys, I can barely see it with my eye. So I'll show you the direction we're going to be going. We're going to be going right, probably to the right of this guy here. You'll be able to see it. And right there, we're locked in. So that's why it's important, of course, to have a bunch of extensions. You probably don't need a million extensions like me, but if you get a couple of large ones, that's going to really help you out there. So that's the 4 spark plug locations. Put our cap back wherever it went. Here we are. Go. And that's it for the driver's side. Now I'll move to the passenger. So over on the passenger side, you gotta get this guy out of the way at least, because it's gonna help us access these 4 spark plugs on this side. So I'm gonna take this guy off, just loose enough, and this guy. Trust, it's gonna make your job a whole lot easier with this guy out of the way. It takes like 5 seconds too. There we go. That's going to be in there. So now our main spark plugs on this side, here, 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 right in the back here. And don't lose these. Put those into place, you're not going to forget. And this is a 93. This particular model is a distributorless system, so we got the coil packs here. So just keep track of your timing, or not your timing, but what position these are all in. If you forget, you can find them online, but I'd recommend marking them so you don't have to do that. But anyway, so we're going to start with this guy. Pop this guy off. Some of these really stick. And get our extension here. You may also need that flathead to pull off this sensor here. There we are. Let's give it a little pry on each side. There you go. Get that guy out of the way to make your life a little bit easier. So now we're coming in. Bam, right there. That's our number 1. Pull that guy out. And then put the new one in. There we are. There you go. Second one. Same kind of deal. This one's really easy to access. Bam. There you are, right there. It's going to get you there. I'm trying to make this a short video, so I'm not going through how to take out every one, because I'm assuming you guys know how to run a socket wrench. Alright, and number 3 is going to be back here. And this one you may run into a bit of an issue with this extension here. So what I had to do was remove an extension, get the angle right there, and then run my, actually probably even take another one out, like that, run my wrench in this way. And some of these are just little baby turns, so it's going to take a minute, but it's definitely doable. So that's that one. Put that back on. And our last one here, way in the back. There we are. This one you're going to need like one extension. Yeah, I don't know if you can really see what I'm doing. It's going to be back. You guys probably can't even see that. I'll try and move the camera real quick. So you guys can see my socket right here. So this one's probably going to be a little too long with my current setup here. So what I end up having to do is take off and just have a little extension like that. Pop that guy on. And then use my wrench. Pop it on there. And that one's going to be a real slow turn, but doesn't take too long. And then of course, put the cap back on. And yeah. So, and then of course make sure everything's all dialed in as far as placement of the plugs goes. Make sure you got that all squared away. Make sure you connect all your sensors, all this kind of stuff. And yeah, you should be good to go. Pretty straightforward process. I almost pulled the intake manifold and then I decided to do some research. Save myself a lot of time. So hope this helps somebody out there and I appreciate it. And here's Joe from Aspire. You guys have an excellent day.